Hello, and welcome to this week's edition of What's the Holdup? I'm Heather.
And I'm Zack.
And we are here to discuss Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
That is correct.
Yes. Classic movie from 1989 from Disney.
We're almost out of the 80s. Almost out of the 80s. And for anybody who wants to try to correct me on that, I know The Witches came out in 1990, but it was made in 1989.
Technicalities.
So we're almost out.
We're probably going to stay in the 80s for a while, actually.
Yeah.
Because we both grew up in the 80s.
That's our wheelhouse. I was going to say, that's our, yeah.
Well, that's okay.
There's a bunch of, early 90s stuff, too.
True.
Probably,
So, Zach, what do you remember about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? Do you remember anything about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah, I remember. Yeah. I remember the guy being like, "Honey, I have shrunken the babies."
I don't think Arnold Schwarzenegger was in
No,
that
I remember
movie.
Rick Moranis was all like, "Oh, hey, I've shrunken the children, eh? They're smaller now.
Oh boy.
I hope they don't fight a scorpion."
Have some.
In the Would you like some coffee? Yes. All right. Okay, professional. No, what do I remember about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? I remember that a Roger Rabbit short played in front of it. The first Roger Rabbit short.
Really?
Yep.
Interesting.
Tummy trouble.
All right.
There were 2 or 3 Roger Rabbit shorts that came out after the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit. They're wholly animated, no live action. And the first one where Jessica Rabbit plays a sexy nurse.
What?
And Roger has to bring, I think, baby Herman to the hospital because he swallowed a rattle or something. And hijinks ensue inside the hospital. You never seen Tummy Trouble?
No.
And
no.
What about the other one where they're on the
think
roller coaster?
I don't think
in
I've
the
seen
great
either
outdoor
one of these.
All right. Well, we'll do some YouTubing later.
Right? Cruise the YouTube.
Cruising the tube.
Anyway, all right. So, besides that.
But so I remember that. I did not see this movie in the theater.
Okay. I don't know if I did. I don't think I
I remember first seeing it on video. There was a time where I remember this actually being like a fairly big movie. I know we watched it in school too, I think, on one of those days near the end of the year where you get to just fuck off and do nothing.
Those were the best days.
Yeah, I believe teachers officially called them fuck off days. You know, because you're
probably
like,
to themselves, yeah. I don't think they said that directly to us.
Jonathan, did you do your homework? No, Mom, we didn't have any. Tomorrow's a fuck-off day. Okay.
All right, that's good, dear.
All right, that's good. Could you go to the store and fetch me some milk and other wares?
Milk and other wares.
I'm a mother who doesn't know how to talk good.
Sure, Mom. Yeah. Goodbye. Anything else you remember?
So I remember the Zelinskis, right? Zelinsky,
I think it is.
Wayne Zelinsky, I believe.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's basically that trope of he's a brilliant inventor, but none of his inventions work.
Yeah.
And he finally comes up with one that works, but of course the children accidentally throw a baseball at it or something and shrink themselves.
Such nonsense.
Yeah, and then they have to somehow they end up in the yard, I know that. And they have to get back to the house, but of course the yard now is like a whole forest. And
right.
I know there's the famous part with the kid and... Yeah, butts? The size of butts?
Bugs.
Oh, I was going to say... I think they were smaller than butts. But yeah, I remember... Oh god, too much cocaine. So I remember this was I sound like what's his name? Scorsese. Have you ever heard him talk? Jesus Christ, he sounds like he's coked out like all the time.
Nice.
Like, so when we were making Goodfellas, I said to Robert De Niro, I said Bobby De Niro, I said you gotta do this, and Joe Pesci's gotta come over here and you gotta hit your mark. And I swear to God, he talks like wicked fast. He was in Shark Tale. You know what? Fucking tangential. My genitals. Genitals, tangerine. Fucking forget it.
Yep.
Anyways, Honey, I Shrunk my balls.
Sweet.
Wait, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. Are you saying my balls are too big?
No.
What the fuck? Or are you like, oh, now they'll fit easier in my purse? Forget it. Never mind.
You know they can't see you, right?
I know. I just realized I made a face at the microphone.
He did.
Like a fucking idiot.
He made a face and hand gestures and all this other crazy shit, and it means nothing.
Moment shot.
Moment shot.
Anyway. Oh my god, could you imagine like a really bad radio show where they're like, Today our guests will be Moment Shots.
Moment Shots.
And Jeff Dunham. And, all these people whose acts are visual.
Yes, that'd be great.
Oh my god.
That's funny.
What were we talking about?
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
So yeah, there's the famous kid in the Cheerios. I remember that. I remember they do fight like a stop motion scorpion at some point.
Yeah.
I remember more.
Which is terrifying that there's a scorpion in their yard to begin with.
Yeah, that's true. I remember more.
Or was it a pet?
No, I don't think it was a pet.
No.
Because don't their ant friend don't their ant friends have to fight it or whatever?
Oh, I don't
know. I know they befriend an ant or some shit.
They?
I don't know. Yeah, because they ride him.
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I just know that
I do remember the Cheerios, and I remember, the parents, and I remember, seeing the parents from, like, the point of view of the floor, and them almost getting stepped on, and...
Yeah. Well, all the usual, like, shrunken down shit.
Yeah.
I remember... At the time,
they did it cool.
That's a good seg for what I was going to say. Thank you. So I remember that at the time there was a really cool making of, back before all these things were, well, kids, back before DVDs, if you wanted to see anything special about the movie, you had to watch these primetime specials they had to promote the movie. Crank it up on your phonograph and sit there and glue your eyeballs to your 10-inch screen.
Thank you, old man Withers.
Oh, you're welcome.
Can I have Zach back now?
Anyways, no, there was a really cool making of documentary. I forget if it was on Disney Channel or I think it might have been on ABC.
I think it was ABC.
Because I know they did a lot of Disney Central because Disney owns ABC, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And even back, they have for a while, even before they really announced it. Cause, Yeah, because when they used to do the Friday night stuff, they would go to ABC. Like TGIF would do that thing where like they would all go to like Disney World and all that. Anyways.
Exactly.
But so they showed a lot of the cool effects and stuff, like you said. They did it in a really good way. Like they had really awesome giant sets and stuff. In fact, the reason I even mentioned the scorpion is because that is the only thing I actually remember from the movie looking particularly fake. Yeah. Like the stop motion scorpion. Because I think they actually had an ant big enough for them to ride on. I mean, the ant looked fake too. Yes. You know what I mean? Like the only compositing weird thing that I remember looking bad, I'm sure when we watch it I'll see a lot, but is the scorpion. Mm-hmm. Do you remember back when every cartoon had a shrinking episode?
Yeah.
So let's go through this. So let's think of our like favorite cartoons, right? Like Ninja Turtles.
I know Ninja Turtles definitely had.
So let's use Ninja Turtles as an example, right? So every cartoon series at the time would have what? They'd have a shrinking episode. They'd have an episode where one of the main characters, at least one of the main characters, gets turned into
an animal or something, like a dog or cat.
Really? I don't remember that. I was gonna say a baby.
Or baby, yeah.
There's always at least one episode where someone gets de-aged and turned into like a baby or a child. There's always like a time travel episode.
Yep. A couple of those for Ninja Turtles.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like, but you could count on each one like, oh, okay, this is this series shrinking episode. This is this series, like, de-aging episode.
Yeah.
It's just interesting. It's like all those writers like got together. They're like, all right, so we have to have these like specific episodes in every series. The shadowy cabal of writers. It's like, okay, at the end of the show, we have to have a little safety message.
Yeah.
Don't put power lines in your mouth.
Okay, kids.
While you're cooking at the stove, make sure you wear oven mitts.
So anyway, yes. So I remember all of those things also. Yeah. I remember the Cheerios thing for sure. And I swear, like, the scorpion was either like a pet or something along those lines. Like, I know they have a dog. The Zelinskis have a dog.
Yeah.
And something happens with the dog.
Don't they ride on him or something?
Yeah, I think they either ride on him or something.
I know they blow up an apple at some point.
Yeah.
Yeah, wasn't it something like the machine, the shrink ray didn't work, but it got hit with an apple. It got hit with a baseball or something, and that's what made it work. Like something screwed up. I don't know. I just remember that the neighbors think he's a crackpot, but he has to work with the neighbors. Mm-hmm. I remember, okay, so let's see. The Zelinskis have a son and a daughter. The son is all dorky like the dad and into science, and the daughter is just a typical blonde teenager. And then the neighbors, I don't even recall their last name, but the neighbors where Matt Frewer plays the dad, they're the other people that get shrunk, right? The neighbors' kids?
Yes.
So there's the one son, the older son, who the dad wants to go fishing and do, like, you know, manly stuff, and he doesn't want to. And then the younger son, who I think does take after the dad, he's a blonde kid.
Yeah.
I just remember him being, like, a little dick.
Yeah, one of the kids is definitely a dick. Yeah, I haven't seen this movie in a really long time.
This might be a short remembrance one, because,
I know.
they pretty much nailed it. Like, what do you remember about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids? They shrunk the kids.
Yeah.
Okay! Movie!
Right.
Movie! And go! And movie! Let's go! I shrank the kids. Honey, I shrank them.
Thank you,
The kids, they're tiny. Honey, the kids, I shrunk them. I don't know what they are. How do I stop my walking from becoming Shatner? I don't know.
Folks, the visual is just a sight to see. He just literally moved his body.
I actually became... I moved my bowels on the bed. It was pretty gross. No, I actually became William Shatner. I contorted my face into such a way that my wife was horrified.
Basically.
She's like, oh my god, it's the guy from Rescue 911 in my bedroom!
I used to watch that show. That and Unsolved Mysteries.
Yeah. Oh, no! That's the X-Files.
Yeah, that's X-Files.
What is the Unsolved Mysteries song?
That
doesn't sound familiar.
I'll
I just
play it for
remember
you
was it Robert Stack?
Yes.
What show did Stacy Keach do then?
I have no idea.
Anyways, yeah, it was Robert Stack, and he would do that whole, like, there might have been aliens, and if you... Oh, so, another tangent. Do you remember, I hated Unsolved Mysteries. Well, I started liking it at first. Remember, like, the first couple seasons, it was actually Unsolved Mysteries, like, you know, Bigfoot and aliens and crap like that, and then it just turned into, and this week we have another murder that nobody solved yet.
Yeah.
Like, okay. I mean, yes, that is technically an unsolved mystery, but it's not like a, you know... Kind of like how Fear Factor, when it started out, was all this stuff like, oh, I'm afraid of heights! Oh, you know, I'm afraid of the dark, blah, blah, and just turned into, like, will you put this shit in your mouth for money? Sure, I guess I'll eat, like, horses, gonads wrapped in spider cum. Sure.
Oh my god, gross. What the fuck?
Oh, hey, that's fucking blame Joe Rogan.
I will. Damn it, Joe Rogan.
I'm Joe Rogan, and we're gonna see if fear is a factor.
Fuck off.
When your honey shrinks the kids, do you factor in the fear when you're trying to
I'm
find them?
never eating honey again.
Wait, what?
You said if your honey shrinks the kids.
Yeah.
So, like, if they ate your honey and they shrank.
So wait, they
Like, you
eat
made
the
honey?
mother and then they shrink?
No, I'm talking about honey as a food.
Oh, but the honey in the thing is
Yes,
like his wife.
I know that. Just the way you said the sentence, it sounded like honey was a food.
Oh my god, I just got this horrible visual from what you said that, like, the children, like, the mother's lying dead on the floor with blood just pooling around her, and the children all have, like, blood on their faces and, like, little stringy bits of, like, flesh hanging from their mouth.
Okay, goodbye.
Because they've just been feasting on her, and then all of a sudden they just start to shrink. The mother's like a living embodiment of, like, the eat me thing from Alice in Wonderland.
And on that note, let's go watch the movie.
Let's go watch Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. And go! And movie!
We'll see you after these
it's
commercial
movie.
messages.
That was fun, right?
And we're back from watching Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
Yep.
We sure did watch it. Well, I don't know how I feel about this one. It kind of made me sad a little bit because it was way larger than life than it is now.
It was way larger than life than it is now?
Yeah, like it was just a bigger movie. Like it was just the effects were cooler and everything was more awesome. So like when I was younger.
When you were 7
like the whole thing was cooler.
It was cool. Well, yeah, it's the same thing when you go to the park that you went to when you were a kid. You're like, oh my god, wait a minute. Didn't this slide used to be 10 feet tall?
Yeah.
Or what's the line in in Hook? It's one of my favorite lines. Where he's like, I remember you being a lot taller. To a 10-year-old, I'm huge. Dustin Hoffman. That sounded so unintentionally rapey.
Yep.
And pedophilius. If you suffer from pedophilius melanoma, call Saul Rubenstein.
What?
And the dick tone.
What?
Haven't you seen the thing like with the Carso melanoma or whatever the fuck?
Yeah,
it's one of those daytime
have.
commercials, yeah. It just started when I said pedophilia, like
yes.
You suffer from
No, I know. I got that part.
Pedophilius melanoma.
I got that part, but why was it Sal Rubenstein and the Dick Tones? I don't. That sounds like a band.
Right.
That's not.
Yes, I know. I switched over.
Sal Rubenstein and the Dick Tones?
Backup litigation?
Backup. Yeah, backup bands.
I'm Saul Rubenstein and these are the Dick Tones.
Jesus. Anyway, so what'd you think, Zach?
I think that this movie held up about as good as Rick Moranis' pants after he lubes his nuts with butter. Which is to say, not at all.
Okay. I was gonna say, how do you know the inner workings of his personal life?
Well, all I know is that if he were to go through such a process and then accidentally take some sort of blunt trauma to the testicles, it would be...
What?
Butternut squash.
Oh, no. The hook just came from across the stage and just kind of pulled you off.
Oh my god, to a 10-year-old it's huge.
Wow. Rewind.
Sneer. And sneer, dip it right here. The sneer.
Oh my god. Anyway, back on subject. No, but really, what did you think about this movie?
Oh my god. It was so fucking bad.
It was pretty bad.
There was no character development.
No, none.
For pretty much anyone.
Except for the feelings between the teenagers who just got horny.
Right,
like, that's exactly. The development that happened.
The older teenage girl, the oldest Zelensky, and actually, that's not even correct, since there's only 2 of them. It would be the older Zelensky. Because for S, that has to be 3 or more.
Yes, I got it. Thank you.
Go fuck yourself. I'm in no mood. Between her and the kid who looked like he had no eyebrows, little Russ Thompson. There was no
the pretty kid.
There was no character development except for those 2, and Matt Frewer as the dick dad.
Okay,
had
fine.
Okay, as far as character arcs go in this movie, he had more of a character arc than anyone else. Because I wouldn't even say those 2 teenagers had any sort of... They fell in love.
Well,
we're not even in love. You're right, they got horny.
Yeah, they
spent a night together, but they didn't really have any character. So yeah, pretty much
they made out.
The only person who had any sort of character development was Matt Frewer's character of the asshole dad.
Yeah, basically. Because even... this movie would have probably been better had it had more actual Rick Moranis in it, because it hardly had any.
Well, that's the thing that gets me is I'm not trying to say when I talk about character development. Obviously, I'm not talking about like there should have been this real big journey from beginning to end where the character finds themselves and yada 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 blah blah blah, like the meaning of life. But on the other hand, Rick Moranis' character at the beginning is just this absent-minded. Well, I'm just going to say absent-minded professor.
Inventor.
Absent-minded inventor. That's right. Sorry. He's like this absent-minded inventor. And at the end, he still is? Like, he didn't really learn anything?
He still is.
Like, there's, you sense there's a little bit
he learned? He learned that laser needs to have a baseball in front of it to cut the heat down, and then the fucking ray works.
He learned not to shrink the kids.
Yeah,
That's what he learned. No, but seriously, there was a little bit of tension at the beginning about, like, oh, the mother stayed at the grandmother's again.
Right.
And it went nowhere.
And then after that,
the only little thing we got was, oh, if this invention sells, I promise things will be different around here. But we don't find out what she was upset about. Is it because the house was dirty? Yeah. Is it because he's spending all his time in his lap? We don't know.
Yep. No,
we have no idea. There was no. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, you can assume that it's probably all of the above of what you just said. Yeah. Basically, but you know, you have nothing. This was the equivalent of like
in Jurassic World, where those kids are like, "Oh, I don't want mom and dad to get divorced."
Yeah.
And that's like all it. That's it. There's no arc. It's just by the way, feel bad for these kids. Their parents are getting divorced.
Right.
Now here's fucking 2.5 hours of Bryce Dallas Howard running around in high heels while fucking Burt Macklin chases after her.
Or Star-Lord.
Or Johnny Karate.
Johnny Karate. Either way, much love to Chris Pratt.
That's right.
It fell flat.
It did. It really did.
I was really kind of sad.
The effects that I remember being awesome.
Not.
I know you kind of already said this, but just to touch on that,
awesome.
Yeah, not really.
I totally forgot about the pet ant.
Well, I mentioned.
Did you? Well, you mentioned the scorpion.
What I said was, their ant friends have to fight the scorpion.
It's really just one ant friend.
Well, I
named Auntie.
Yes. Auntie, yeah, that's great.
Which the stupid ass Thompson kid, came up with that gem. I'm gonna name him Auntie.
And by the way, I was wrong. That scorpion was not the worst looking thing in the movie. Actually,
it was pretty bad though.
No, it was, but it wasn't. Oh,
and the ant was gross.
Oh, absolutely disgusting.
So gross.
There was so many dead bugs in this movie.
Yeah. Yeah, there were.
The bee part was kind of dumb.
Yeah, with the weird pollen.
Oh my god. You're allergic to pollen. Oh, I'm too small. It's too big to go into my nose. But just to make sure I do sneeze, let me just cram it up my fucking nostrils until I do sneeze. There, it's better now. I have my allergic reaction.
Right.
What the fuck? Seriously.
Yeah, that's smart, dude.
It was pretty ridiculous. And I still say, look, I know I shouldn't be combing through Honey, I Shrunk the Kids for plot holes, but that fucking kid at the beginning when the inventor kid tells him, you can come back and mow my lawn because he has a because the Zielinski kid has a radioactive, he has a remote control lawnmower. So he pulls the Tom Sawyer thing of, tricks him into doing the chore for him. But the kid leaves and then...
Doesn't come back till the next day. Yeah.
When he knew he had to get it done that day, it was like they really were like, well, in the third act, we need one more...
Yeah, we need one more big scare.
So let's have the lawnmower kid come back.
Yeah.
I don't kind of ridiculous.
Yeah, no, the whole thing was kind of just meh. I was pretty disappointed because I just remembered it being so much cooler.
Yeah, and there were. I mean, look, this was a problem a lot back in the day. With really, I think our standards for humor were lower. Than they are now. I think overall our humor is a little. No, I just mean as a culture. I think overall humor is a little bit more, if not cerebral. Thought-provoking in a way, I don't know, because I mean, even like absurdist comedy, I feel like there's more. I guess I noticed, especially now when you go back and watch things where it's like, it's so telegraphed, where the blonde kid is yelling at the girl, and he's like, oh, your dad shrunk us, but when we get back, we're gonna sue you, and my dad's gonna, we're gonna sue you, and you're gonna lose your house, your dad's gonna go to jail, blah, blah. And then the girl's like, well, clearly since we're shrunk, my dad's invention works, so he's going to be a millionaire. Oh, did I ever tell you how much I like you? I love your family. Like, oh, groan. Like, I knew that was telegraphed from like a mile away. It just silly jokes like that. Even the French class joke, which I remember liking when I was a kid, that was kind of dumb. Class. Yeah. Especially because the girl gives the kid a look like he fucking said in like... cockbiting class or something like that. Like, he says French class, and she's like, oh, I can't believe you said such a titillating thing in front of my brother, tee. I want you to bone me later.
In the Lego. Because every girl's dream is to get boned in a Lego.
No, see,
while their brother's sleeping above them.
When you said that, okay, I wasn't thinking about them sleeping in the giant Lego.
Yeah.
I was thinking of like, oh baby, I want you to put it in my Lego. Like, I want you to do you
Lego
in the Lego.
My ego, baby.
That's what I thought. Lego my ego, baby. Oh my god.
Jesus Christ.
What the fuck is wrong with us?
Anyway.
This is the worst podcast ever.
Yeah. It's alright.
Oh, I don't mean this episode.
We're getting some chuckles out of it.
Exactly.
So, that's all that matters, really.
And
hopefully you at home are getting a couple of little chuckles out of our ridiculousness.
Just skosh.
Little titter.
Skosh, little taste of Chuckleton. Chuckleton?
Chuckleton? Is that a Disney Channel movie? I mean, show.
Oh my god.
I
can see that being a Disney original movie. It's like
Chuckleton.
Oh, man.
Like Spookly the Square Pumpkin.
They moved.
He lives in Chuckleton.
Like, clowns have always run in Jonathan's family, but when his dad gets relocated to a circus in the county of Drabsville, where laughing is illegal, he'll make the student body learn just how great it is to laugh in Disney Channel's Chuckleton.
Stay tuned for Clown Shoes.
No, what? We're going with Chuckleton.
I know.
What the fuck?
I know, but when you started that story, all I could think of in my head was like, that would be a better name.
Oh, Chuckleton makes me think of Hamilton, and if I had any sort of culture whatsoever,
you would know.
I would know more about Hamilton, so I could parody a song, but I know nothing about Hamilton.
Yeah, truth time. Neither of us know anything Hamilton, and that's sad. We should probably change that. I've heard nothing but good things, and I just have not checked it out.
Yeah.
So. All right. So. Consensus is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids kind of.
My consensus is that
made me sad.
If what I had said from the beginning of the podcast, if Arnold Schwarzenegger had been in this, it probably would have been a more entertaining.
It would have. Actually, it probably would have.
Even if he played the dick dad instead of Matt Frewer. Zelinsky!
And and I like Matt Frewer.
Why have you shrunken my children?
And he was fine. Rick Moranis was just boring as fuck. Which is sad because he's not usually he doesn't usually play fucking stupid boring shit.
Yeah. When he was
acting.
Even in Ghostbusters when he was supposed to be a nerdy guy, it was still funny,
Right, because
this
he was
it
possessed
was
half the movie. Well, yes, it was funny before that. But, and Spaceballs, he's hilarious.
Yes.
Oh my god. He's so funny.
Oh my god!
And Little Shop, I love that movie.
Yeah.
And he's awesome, but this movie just, That's probably why, as an adult, I watch a lot of movies that I am nostalgic for, and this has never been one of them. I've never been oh my god, I want to watch Honey, I Shrunk the Kids.
I don't remember...
so bad. We were just talking about Hook, right?
Yeah.
I could watch Hook every day.
Oh, I fucking love Hook.
I could watch Hook every day.
And that's one that, wouldn't really work for the podcast because I watch that at least once a year, probably.
Sorry, don't expect a Hook episode because...
It wouldn't be genuine because we know how we feel about it now. Well, yeah, because I said, we watch it at least once a year.
Same for Goonies, same for Neverending Story.
Yeah, this is not one of those.
No, this has never been one of those movies where I'm I really want to watch that movie. Never.
Well, I guess you guys can tell how much we love Honey, I Shrunk the Kids because we're not even talking about it
anymore.
we're talking about other things because that's how little there is to talk about Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. No, there's really not much to talk about it.
They got shrunk. They ended up outside.
The premise is right there in the title.
Yep, they had to go through the lawn, which to them was 10 miles long.
Oh, that thing was all over the place too. We're an inch big, but we can fit in the circular space of a Lego, which is
which is not an inch big. No,
average. That Lego was probably an inch long.
Yeah,
an inch is longer than people think, especially because despite
we're at least an inch. I'm sorry, Wayne Zielinski would have been able to see them with the naked eye if they were an inch big.
Oh yeah, not to be gross, but a spider an inch big is like terrifying to me. That just was dumb. Dumb.
Yeah. The question, does it hold up? Fuck no.
No, fuck no.
Fuck no.
Nope. Honey, I shrunk my brain watching this movie. And
Honey, I shat my pants. It's so bad.
I was so bored I pooped.
Yeah, basically. Yeah, no good. Let it go. Just let it sit in the grave.
I bet right now you would expect me, based on the other podcast episodes, to break into song at the softball you lobbed to me. Let it go. But you know what?
Make like Elsa and let it go.
I'm not gonna give you guys the satisfaction because I feel like it's overplayed. Not gonna jump on the let it go train.
That's good, because that train died a while ago.
I thought for a second you were gonna say that train has sailed. I would have been so happy if you had said that. That train died a while ago.
It just went off the rails and into a mountain, and then an avalanche happened.
You do know that's not really. I mean, that it was pretty successful, and they're making a sequel.
No, it's absolutely successful, and I appreciate the song, and I like the movie and the music, but I think people have gotten fucking sick of that song. Because it got overplayed a lot. So that song's train has been destroyed. I think people are just completely sick of that song. So, alright. So, Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, go fuck yourself. Y'all have a good night.
Can we just change the title to Honey, Go Fuck Yourself?
Honey, go fuck yourself.
Oh my god.
We should just call it Honey, I Shrunk the Kids / Honey, Go Fuck Yourself. That's what it should be called. Because that's how I feel.
Honey, I Shrunk the fucks that I give about this movie.
Right.
And now there's 0.
The
amount of fucks I give is less than an inch big. Less than a Lego. I give less than a Lego's worth of fucks about this movie.
The one with the 2 dots. Like the
my definition. Sorry. My review of this movie: 2 Legos down.
Yeah, 2.
So that I can just dump all the fucks right out of them onto the floor.
And then step on them.
And
be upset.
Yeah, and step on them. My god, I shouldn't have worn bare feet around the fucks because I stepped on. Wow.
Goodbye.
I'm tired.
All right.
So here's a little taste of what we're going to be doing next week.
I see you're getting ready for the arrival of Professor McBitch.
Her name is Ravelli.
And my caustic joke on her name is McBitch.
All right.
So, on that note, I'm Heather.
And I'm Zach. And whatever you do, don't go watch Honey, I the Kids. It's a shitty movie.
Gross. That's definitely a shitty movie. What's wrong with you?
What did I say?
You terrible human being.
If you're suffering from pedophilioma,
it's gone full circle.
Call Frank Larson.
What happened to Saul Rubenstein?
Well, his band went on tour.
This is his backup lawyer.
Yeah, Fred Larson.
He's like, I usually do parking tickets,
but tonight I'm gonna get you people off of your murder charge. Mr. Larson actually been charged with
of children.
I'm not getting you off of anything.
No, you can rot in jail.
I'm getting you on to jail. And from the top of the jail, you'll have to climb down into the jail through the window by yourself. I'm not gonna do you any favors.
Oh my god. Anyway. Good night.
Good night. Honey!